Hey y'all,
What's up, y'all?
I'm Elise,
And I'm Will.
and this is
Team
Tatum.
Tatum.
Team Tatum.
Today we're continuing our 1001 Movies You Must Watch Before You Die 2020 edition. Today is the 1996 dark comedy Fargo, directed by the Coen brothers, starring William H. Macy, Frances McDormand, Steve Buscemi, and a couple others. So,
Written and directed by.
oh yeah, written and directed by the Coen brothers. When you watch the movie, it says one brother wrote it and the other brother directed it, but that's because of the laws, not laws, but like rules of the film industry at the time wouldn't allow for dual credits.
Citizenship.
Not citizenship. But yeah, so I saw Fargo many moons ago in college, so it doesn't count because anything where you have to remotely pay attention, pretty much if I saw it in college, I don't remember it because there was so many people coming in and out of the room, making jokes, doing other stuff besides watch the movie that none of it registered.
Holding hands, making plans.
One of the fewer new movies that she hasn't seen. I was surprised. I thought she saw Fargo.
Right, I was like, I'm not sure whether I've seen it or not, but then after I watched it, I'm sure I had not seen it. I would definitely have remembered that movie.
What did you know of Fargo before we watched it?
I knew that that lady was a cop and that she was pregnant and that it was in Fargo.
I knew that it dealt with a murder. I knew there was like officers. Uh, couldn't tell you if they were like sheriffs. In the movie, they're like sheriffs or whatnot. But yeah, I knew it had to do with up north. I didn't know where exactly, but snow because it's on the cover. And yeah, that's all. I don't think I knew it was a comedy at all. Like I thought it was like serious, but yeah, turns out after watching it, it's a dark comedy, but comedy
Mm.
nonetheless.
I thought that it was a comedy, but I was also getting it mixed up with this show that used to be on called Northern Lights, I realized, which was also a comedy. And so I basically was basing Fargo off of Northern Lights. Look it up if you don't know about it.
So Fargo is the famous, based on a true story, movie by
What?
the Coen brothers.
I didn't know that.
You said it
You
in
said it at the
the
beginning of
beginning of
the
the
movie.
movie.
I forgot.
Uh, but like most based on true
Oh,
stories, it's not.
yeah, because we were like, this ain't based on. They
We
made it
watched enough
up.
movies to know that usually, if it's not a biopic, then chances are it's not really based on a true story.
Alpha Dog was based on a true story, and it really was based on a true story. That's why that movie makes me so mad
Mm.
because of what happened in it. Mm-mm-mm. That's all I had to say.
But yeah, they knew that, but even lied to the actors until they were like weeks in the production. They were like, "Hey, by the way, guys, this is not based on a true story." And even after that, during like the tour run, like when the movie was out, they were still telling people that it was based on a true story. I forgot exactly when they were like, "All right, we lied," or whatever. But they did have what's the word? Inspiration from some things, multiple things that led to the writing of this. Now let's get into the synopsis before we get carried away. So the official synopsis is: a car salesman's inept crime falls apart due to his and his henchmen's bungling and the persistent police work of a dog detective. That's the official synopsis. Basically, William H. Macy's character is a car salesman and he needs money real fast. Doesn't say why other than just he need money. Like maybe life ain't going the way that he planned, like most of us out here. And he comes up with a plan to have his wife kidnapped and his rich father-in-law to pay for the ransom, and then he's gonna take half of the ransom and get the other half to the kidnappers. His wife comes back a-okay, and they got the money. Everybody goes home happy, and none of that happens. So this is spoiler from here on out. You have been warned. If you're interested in what we said just thus far, then go watch the movie if you haven't seen it. Uh, but yeah, we better get into spoiler. So the premise of the movie, though not based on true story, there was a guy, an attorney no less, who wanted his wife killed. He didn't want to kidnap. He wanted her killed, and hired this guy to do it. What he didn't know was that the guy he hired outsourced it to somebody else. The real life attorney guy asked person A to kill his wife. Person A is like, yeah, I'll do it. It's going to cost this much. Then he takes that money and uses some of it to get person B to actually do the work. And he just going take all the credit or whatever. Person B messes it up and only wounds the wife. She gets away, gets to a neighbor's house, calls the cops. I'm assuming because the attorney hired these bumbling idiots, which I'm like, you making attorney money? Even if you're a bad attorney, you should have enough money to hire a competent hitman. Like, it's folks that are not making attorney money that are doing just fine hiring hitman. So what's your excuse that you get these jackos to do your job? But I'm thinking in my head, it doesn't give the details, but I'm thinking they were so bad and they were like, we're gonna kill her anyway, that they didn't hide their face. And so that's how they were found so quick. They were found immediately. And they immediately turned on that dude and was like, attorney so and
He did
so
it. He had us.
hired us. And he denied it through and through. They still convicted him. He went to prison. He still denies that mess or whatever. But they flipped on him instantly. Uh, the but she did not die. She got away. The other incident was at the end of the movie when Steve Buscemi character is getting killed in the wood chipper. There was a guy in Connecticut that killed his wife by putting her in the wood chipper, and somehow or another they found out about the wood chipper, and even though he got rid of the body, there was still like remnants in the wood chipper, and they were able to identify her DNA. They went ahead and locked him up. It happened in the 80s, and they let him out in 2020 for good behavior. He's in a halfway house now. Or at least he got released to a halfway house in 2020. And that's it. But this caused apparently this movie caused like a whole uproar in Minnesota. People were calling in to the cops left and right with tips saying they had seen some people who met the description of the people in the movie. People swore that they saw the ice scraper in the snow along the fence line. Like, go look there. The briefcase is there. People was like going towards barbed wire fence lines all over the place looking for the money. Like, it would cause the whole thing. But yeah, it's
Like,
not
y'all
not
know
real.
this is the movie, right? Oh, they did that because it was based on a true
Yeah,
story.
before it
So
came
they
out
thought
that
that
it
it was
was
money.
yeah, before it came out that it was a lie, people was just running rampant with this. And that's probably why they eventually came clean. They were like, all
Like,
right,
everybody
everybody calm down.
down.
Uh but yeah, so William H. Macy's character is the car salesman, and he needs the money. So he comes up with this whole plan. Steve Buscemi is one of the people he meets, which he seems so professional. Like I said, I thought that he was the main person. And I was like, oh, why would you even bring this cat? Like, at 5 minutes with this dude, I'm like, you're not doing anything illegal with me whatsoever because you're a loose cannon. Like, you're
He was
unpredictable.
unstable.
Yeah, he was unstable, like clearly unstable.
Whose mess is this?
So I was like, why would you even involve him? But yeah, it turns out that he was the guy, which makes sense because he was the one who was always with the shenanigans. Like, when it came to
Yeah,
offering somebody,
he was ready to
he
do
was
it.
ready to do it. Steve Buscemi was always trying to talk his way out of it or whatever. So yeah, it makes sense that he, even though the plan was to kidnap and not kill, but yeah, that guy wound up being the vouch for criminal and not Steve Buscemi. He was the wild card, even though he was the professional one out of the two. But yeah, he meets him and tells him like, okay, we're gonna do this fake ransom. It's gonna be 80,000. I'm gonna give y'all half, and I'm gonna take the other half. And then my wife comes back to me, no problem. My father-in-law, he's super rich. This is chump change to him. He'll pay for it. No problem. And they're like, cool. But the plan is terrible from the start. He meets them in person, and this is pre-internet, so he couldn't go on the internet on the black web and find them or nothing. Even if the internet was a thing, this is before people knew about search history and all that stuff. So he's still gonna get found that way. It's like, yeah, don't meet in person. Now, granted, they met out of town. Also, they met in Fargo. That opening scene is the only scene in Fargo. The rest of the movie takes place in Brainerd, Minnesota, which both places are real. So Fargo, North Dakota.
Home of
Paul
I forgot his
Bunyan.
name. Yeah.
But it's only the
Indianapolis.
opening scene. And they called it Fargo because they liked the name better than Brainerd. That's it. But the whole movie,
choice.
like 90% of the movie takes place in Brainerd.
Because it all started in Fargo. That's why.
But yeah, he meets them in person. They calling him on his house phone. Like house records, like phone records don't exist. Even before the ransom call is allegedly comes in.
All right, before the wife is missing.
Yeah, before the wife is missing, they talk
house
or whatever.
conversations.
Like you got to use a payphone and a pager, and you got to use a different payphone every time. Like, why are you using your house?
Haven't they seen The Wire?
Right. Like what are you doing out here? And then everything just goes left. Now, here's a dumb thing. So as we get on with the movie, we find out about this plan, but then he also is scheming at work. So he a car salesman. He using fake credentials and whatnot to buy some land, 40 acres, to start up his own car business, his own lot.
235 acres. We farming our own chickens, homie. Thousands of chickens, thousands. Running around everywhere, quack, quack, quack. Talk about next level shit, homie.
And it's gonna cost $750,000. And so he wants his father-in-law, who hates his guts, by the way. He don't even hate his guts. He just doesn't like.
He's like, you don't deserve my daughter.
Yeah, like you don't exist as a person. Like I don't even hate you. Hate you is too much energy. I care nothing about you. He has zero respect for this man. So my personal backstory on William H. Macy's character is that he just been a loser his whole life. And he just need a win or whatever. And this is his chance.
Right.
Kind of deal. I was like, you didn't bag your wife. Your wife 100% pursued you. And it was either because she was wanting to make her dad mad by getting with somebody that she knew he wouldn't approve of. Like he's not successful. He's not like a man's man. He, doesn't have the normal aspirations that one would want for your daughter or whatever. And then she just kind of stuck with the plan. Like, I'm not going to deviate from this. And I got with him. Or, she just found him cute in a weird kind of way. Because he ain't funny.
She thought he was a sweet guy.
Oh yeah,
That's how he got
yeah. Maybe he was sweet, but he ain't funny. It ain't the like, oh, he makes me laugh. He's not funny. He's not a looker. Sorry, William H. Macy, you're not a heartthrob.
Cause you're not that cute, and your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
He has no backbone. He's,
he is a huge pushover.
So I was just like, he just needed a win. This came up with his plan. But anyway, he's tries to get this lot, tries to get his father-in-law to do the, give him a loan on it, which I'm like, he don't like you, bro. Like, why would you bank on him giving you the money? He don't even want you with his daughter. You think he better give you 750 G? So he brings it to him, and him and his business associate, best friend, I don't know who he is to his father-in-law.
He's his money guy.
They're like, yeah, this is a good plan. Thanks for bringing it to us. What's your finder's fee? And he's like, what, finder's fee? And they were like, yeah, your finder's fee. Like,
we're gonna go ahead with this.
We're gonna do it
by ourselves,
and you'll get a percentage for bringing it to us. He's like, no, I want the whole thing.
Like
he was like,
dog.
He's like, you thought we was gonna give you a loan for 750 G's? Like, no, that's ridiculous. He was like, but this is mine. He was like, look, either you want this finder's fee or you want nothing, but you ain't getting all of it. I'll tell you that right now. Now, I'm terrible at math, as I probably stated multiple times. But he said, what is a finder's fee? Like 10%?
10%.
Now, 750 G's, 10% of that is 75,000.
That's correct.
75, comma, 000. Right?
Right.
His plan, he was offended at that number and turned them down. Meanwhile, his grand plan, if this doesn't go through, is to do the kidnapping. The kidnapping is ransomed at 80,000, and he gonna give the crew 40, and then he take 40. 40 is significantly less than 75. But here's a caveat. He told Steve Buscemi them it was 80,000. He told his dad, well, his father-in-law, it was a cool meal. So 10% of 750,000 is 75,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you doing a ransom, if your other plan is to do a ransom of what you told the kidnappers 80,000, but it's actually $1 million. This is what you told your father-in-law. Then obviously the ransom pays out more, but the ransom is a gamble because you don't know if your father-in-law is even going to pay that money.
Right. He might be. We do not negotiate with terrorists.
Right, exactly. You don't know, like, you know that he loves his daughter and he, is indifferent about you. So, but like $1 million is crazy. And like she said, he could be, he gives the type of energy of just like, we don't negotiate with terrorists or whatever. Like, my daughter lived a good life.
Right.
It is what it is.
Or he's just gonna get the police involved.
Yeah.
Instead of following what whatchamacallit was saying.
Right. So that's a gamble. Also, you don't know if the kidnappers ain't gonna change their tune and be like, you know what? 40 ain't enough. We need more than 40.
Right.
Or whatever. We gonna take the whole thing. We're not giving you a dime, and you can't rat us out because you ratting yourself out.
Right.
Right? So that's all gamble money. But you could have a guaranteed 75 G's
that you don't have to share with anybody.
Don't gotta share. Completely legal. Can't be taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you just? Because I don't know what type of problems he got. 75 G's solves a cornucopia of problems for me. And then the way that the kidnapping happened, his wife 100% deserved that. Like, I'm sorry, I know you.
Right. She liked the hatter got it.
Like the hatter got it. But she messed up from the beginning. You saw the ski mask dude on the patio.
Why are you watching this happen?
She's watching TV. Steve Buscemi's character is like peeping through the sliding glass door, and she just looking at him.
Like, what's he doing?
Like, confused.
I don't get it, Big Dan.
And he looks for a while, like for a good while, and then finally breaks the window with the crowbar. She then decides to get up and run,
right.
But the Swedish dude is at the front door, busts through the front door. So, classic movie, she run upstairs instead of the back door. People forget they have back doors.
Well,
right?
I think Steve Buscemi was at the back door. That sliding door he broke through, I think that
was the back door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she go up there and hides go close the bathroom door and tries to go out the window, but they got the turn joints.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just open it up, and she ain't turning it fast enough.
Thing.
And so she decides to hide in the shower. Now, we don't know this because it cuts away, and then it shows the maniac dude. I'm gonna stop calling him the Russian guy. The maniac guy in the bathroom. I think he like hurt his hand.
Yeah.
Trying to get in, and so he was looking for something in the medicine cabinet.
Need some
And they see the window open, And so they like, oh crap, well she went out the window. So Steve Buscemi books it to try to catch her outside, and old boy is just like, whatever. And she decides to come out of her hiding spot. Now he ain't noticed her, but she takes off running.
He did have a sneaking suspicion though.
Okay, but you could
He
wait.
looked and he was like, like looked like that.
Yeah.
And then that was when she jumped out and ran because she wasn't being still in there in the first place. If you hiding in the bathroom with somebody in the bathroom, be still. Don't even breathe.
People
your
can't
breath till
never
they leave
hide.
out.
They be
Right?
and right when they be hiding, it's like you might as well just come out.
Right.
You're gonna be
You
doing
got
all
me
that.
out. I'm out here.
But when she jumps out, she takes the shower curtain with her, or whatever, the liner. She takes the liner with her, and at no
Not on
point
purpose.
does she try to take it off. She just keeps running through the house.
We were like, she gonna fall down the stairs.
Yeah, we were like, oh,
in unison.
We were like, oh, they're never gonna get to the ransom because she's gonna be dead because she's 100% gonna fall down them steps. And that is precisely what she did, but she didn't die though.
She fell down the stairs.
She just,
she knocked herself
out for a little bit. So, they get her, they call William H. Macy's character and tell him, the race is on or whatever. And everything just falls apart,
crumbles
immediately. And
like a peanut butter
cookie. What winds up happening is, I'm not going to take you through the whole kid and caboodle.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
But they just leave the house and it's nighttime, and they get pulled over by a cop because Steve Buscemi didn't put the doggone tags on the car. They go through the trouble of getting a unregistered car and leave the dealer plates on there. By the way, the car came from William H. Macy's car lot, which is another reason why he's gonna get caught. But yeah, they done had his car for a minute, like a while, and he ain't because they done stopped multiple times for old boy to eat, for the maniac to eat, because he made comments about like him eating all the time.
Pancakes.
So at no point did you think to put the fake license plate on. Like, you could have stole a myriad of license plates from parking lots,
right,
and put one on, but no, you just leave a dealer place. So yeah, the cop pulled him over because of that, and Steve Buscemi tries to bribe him. He don't take it.
It was a terrible attempt at bribing him too. He was like, "Sir, what is that?" I was just seeing if we could
take care of this
and
bring
it now. Take your wallet back
and step out of the car. So the maniac uphold on him, and then
shot him in the top of the head,
real bad. And then he tells him to get rid of the body, and Steve Buscemi act like he was getting rid of a 400-pound man. Like, granted, he's literal dead weight, but you already on the side of the road, and it's pitch black. Like, it's nighttime. There's no lights out there. The only light is from the headlights. You could have turned off the lights from the cop car, put him in front of the cop car, and no one would have seen him, unless they were just really paying attention. They were just like, it's super dark out there. It's black. And he taking his dear sweet time. Of course, there's a passerby. He's still holding the body.
Slowed down when they drove by, like, how I would have zoomed past that? That ain't none of my business.
None of my business. So
I would have called the police after, but I ain't gonna let them know that I saw it.
Right. The maniac dude hop in the driver's seat, hit a Yui, go chase them down. Luckily, they lost control of the car because, again, it's dark. You can't see more than whatever your headlights is showing you. And fall off the road. One dude gets out, runs, and gets shot in the back, and then the other person's still stuck in the car. He shoot her. Now,
not a young girl, but younger age, teenage, maybe early 20s.
But yeah, so now we already got 3 bodies or whatever, right? And We eventually get to the father-in-law body because again, he don't respect William H. Macy. He's just like, you're not doing a drop, I'm doing a drop. And he pull up to the dude with attitude. This is the same guy who got your daughter, but you gonna pull up to the meet with attitude. And tries to pull out his revolver. He done brought a revolver. Steve Buscemi shoot the mess out of him.
Right.
But this is after
Steve was
he
like,
gets
I
winged.
have had a bad
Yeah, Steve done had a
day.
bad just week or whatever.
Oh.
So Steve Buscemi killed the mess out of him. And then another reason William H. Macy was gonna get caught, he followed him to the joint, saw that he was dead, put his dead body in his trunk,
and went
home, left his. I know he didn't go back for his dad's car, for his father-in-law's car, because you would think you would at least take your car home. Well, do something with the body, do something with that car, because you can't keep that car, because he shot him to high noon. So there's no way your trunk is void of DNA.
Blue light galore.
Right, it's just glowing like the.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I see where you thought I was going. But yeah, there's no way you would have gotten away with that. But then you would have had to take a taxi back to the airport parking lot, get your father-in-law's car, and then go take that someplace. I know he didn't do none of that mess. So he just taking L's left and right. And then Steve Buscemi's character buries the money. He takes some of the money out the briefcase, buries it in the snow. Terrible idea. He only puts a snow scraper to mark the spot. Yeah. There's nothing out there. Middle of nowhere. One day that thing's getting covered up with snow. There's no way you're finding that thing again.
Or what if he doesn't get back before the snow melts? And so the snow is melted when he gets back. How you gonna find it?
Yeah. So yeah, he get back to the cabin where they got the wife. He walk in, she dead.
Right.
Maniac dude got mad at her.
What he say? Too many times. Not she flinched. She
was causing too much noise. She wouldn't shut up.
Basically.
And he just got sick of it, so he killed her. Or whatever.
Like,
we ain't talking about
Buscemi. He reacted as though he just hit her or something. He was like, ooh.
He was like, I got the money. So like it don't matter that she did.
He said, I'm rich, baby. You don't know that.
Right.
I'm rich, baby.
I just realized we haven't talked about Frances McDormand's character at all.
Frances. Yeah. I was like, who?
So she's the sheriff. She's trying to piece all this together. She's also like 7-8 months pregnant.
She ain't no quitter either.
She ain't gotta really try that hard. Like they leaving clues left and right. She catch up to them real quick. Doesn't take a lot of effort.
City, driving, pregnant, hungry. She was eating as much as whatchamacallit was.
Oh yeah, she was getting to eat on.
Investigating, doing sneaky interrogations on people. It was like, so what brings you out here? That's my terrible Minnesota accent, but that they got you in. They locked you in for a second.
All the actors read a book, and I think it was called like How to Be Minnesotan to get their accents.
Oh my god.
Oh geez.
Oh wow.
Oh geez. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a year like 3,700 times. Let me talk about a scene that I thought was there were two scenes that I was like, you could have cut these out. Number one, the scene where she meets old boy from high school.
Unnecessary.
But allegedly, the Coen brothers said that scene is important because once she finds out that he's lying, that makes her think, okay, he's the type of loser like William H. Macy's the type of loser, so maybe he's also lying. And she goes back because she had already talked to him, and she goes back and talks to him again, and then that's when he dips out on her or whatever.
That was hilarious. Fine, you want me to go look for this car? I'll go look. Hat, coat, walking out to
I
the
believed
parking
him.
lot.
I was like, I
Right.
thought he going out to the
Walking out to the
I believed
parking
him.
lot.
I was like, I
Right.
thought he going out to the
I
parking
want to know
lot.
what the lie is that he gonna come up when we come back.
Right.
Next thing you see is
He-
him slowly driving out of the parking lot through the window.
And she was like, he's making a run for it. She was baffled by it. She was like, I can't believe it.
She probably could have walked and caught him. How slow
Right.
he was driving through that parking lot.
But yeah, so they said like that was necessary. But I was like, but I feel a type of way for her going to meet old boy. Because I
Right.
know her husband didn't
And she
know.
tried to make herself look a little cute too. It was like, what was your motive on this meet and greet as well?
Right. Now granted it immediately went south because old boy like went across the booth and was like, let me sit next to you. She was like, how about you sit back over there? So she immediately shut that
Go
down.
back where you were.
But still, it's like, why did you even? Because it didn't sound like y'all were good friends or
Right.
nothing, like catching up kind of deal. Also, I'm definitely not meeting you. You done called my house and I'm asleep. It's like
Very late at
it was
night.
late at night. Now it wasn't like rude late.
It was 11 something.
It was 11 something.
That's rude, baby.
I'm still.
I wish somebody would call me at 11 o'clock.
Is
That's why it's on Do Not Disturb.
I feel past midnight. That's when you like I'm asleep. But 11, I could still be up. But
I might be up, but don't call me.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want you
It's
to call me at
rude.
11. But it's not rude. It's just inconvenient. It's inconvenient at 11. It's rude past midnight. Like that's like, why would you even think? Unless it's an emergency, somebody got to be on fire. Somebody got to be dead for you to call me past midnight. Like it's got to be emergency. I'm your last hope. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. Do you?
If you call me after 10, it better be those circumstances.
So all the things I just said, we're going back to what I already said happens at the end, which is Steve Buscemi and Maniac Dude getting into it, and he's just like, you know what? I'm leaving. I got my money. I'm out. I done gave you your half. Don't call me no more. Oh, this is also after Shep beat the mess out of him.
Yeah.
Well, whooped the mess out of him. He ain't
Whooped
even
him.
beat him. He whooped him. Like he stole something. So Shep is the Native American guy who works in the mechanic shop of the
Car dealership.
that introduced William H. Macy to the idea of hiring somebody to. Well, he didn't introduce him.
I
But,
want to know how that conversation went. Of him even asking him that.
well, because he probably knew that he was a felon.
But how did he ask him though?
Knowing
That's
him,
what
he
I
was probably
wanna
like,
know.
"Hey, you know some guys.
You know anybody that'll kidnap my wife for me?
Right?" Like he probably just literally went up and asked him that. But yeah, like I said, Frances McDormand's character figures stuff out like super easy. Not because she's Sherlock Holmes, but just because they're just sloppy in everything they do, and so she finds Shep real quick.
I think she was a good detective.
I mean,
too,
no, she was a
though.
good detective. I'm just saying she wasn't like pulling ideas out of thin air. Like she just put 2 and 2 together, or whatever. She wasn't incompetent, but she finds Shep, and then Shep goes and finds Steve Buscemi, and literally whoops the mess out of him.
Of trying to not be no snitch for a long periodically time.
Yeah.
Until she was like, I guess you could just go back to prison. He was like, you got me, girl.
Right. He's like, I ain't going back.
I'll tell you everything.
At least not alone.
Right.
But yeah, the Maniac Dude winds up killing Steve Buscemi after they get into it, and he puts him in a wood chipper. But at this time, Frances McDormand's character finds him because they still using the same car, and probably still ain't put the tags. No, he did.
He did.
He did finally change the tags. He did finally change the tags, but it's still this like burnt sienna. No, they said tan.
Yeah, it was definitely not tan.
It definitely was not tan.
It was like the color of my arm. That kind of tan. Black person tan. Not what the world calls tan.
Right. And sees him in the middle of the act. Has a shootout with him. Wings him.
Luckily, he didn't shoot her because she was pregnant.
Yeah. And, she arrests him. And he gives up William H. Macy. No, he don't. She already know. But they find him because he probably checked into a hotel under his real name.
Right.
No, he didn't because they were calling him something else at the door. But somehow they found him because he was still
Probably was in his car or
yeah
something.
using his credit
Not
card
right.
or something. And so everybody involved gets got. Movie goes off. Uh, Tons of stuff we left off, even though I feel like I still talked about a bunch of stuff.
We told you the whole movie, but we still somehow left things out.
Right.
You're welcome.
So anyway, now having finally seen Fargo after knowing about it in pop culture for, as long as it's been out, how do you feel about Fargo and being on the 1001 movies you must watch before you die? What is your rating?
I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I really did not enjoy their sex scene. I don't like sex scenes. They're unnecessary in movies to me. But I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't have changed anything about the story aside from the sex scene. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. But I wouldn't have changed anything on the story. William H. Macy really made me mad and got on my nerves, but in a good way. One of
You
those
did
where
a
you
good
like,
job.
oh, you so bad. He did everything
But right.
that you would think to not do in his situation. But then he forgot about his son at one point, remember? They were like, what are we going to say to Shane? I think his name was. He was like, ooh. Scotty was like, ooh, forgot about him. I should probably go home.
Poor Scotty. Lost his dad and his mom.
All right. He's an
and
orphan.
His granddad.
I don't think the grandmama was
I
alive anymore.
don't think she was in the picture.
Maybe William H. Macy had some family or something. Otherwise, the poor baby an orphan now. But anywho's, I liked it. I am not gonna talk about any other scenes that we haven't already talked about. And I don't know if it should be on the list or not. Let me think about it.
Some folks, like Tom Hanks, for instance, thinks it's a perfect movie.
I really liked it, but I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think it should be on the list. Though I will rate it 4.5 Cowboy Ninjas out of 5.
4.5 Cowboy Ninjas out of 5.
Yep. I really liked it.
I see. I heard you say it, but to hear the rating just threw me off. I was like, didn't expect a 4.5.
And yourself?
I enjoyed it. Had a good time with it. I think all actors involved did a good job. Steve Buscemi is always going to give you a good performance. He's underrated, in my opinion. Like, I don't hear people talk about Steve Buscemi, and he never leads. Like, he's never leading. If you know,
except for that show he had on Netflix, some Empire.
Boardwalk.
He was the star of that.
I forgot about that. I was gonna say, like, if you know a Buscemi-led movie, to put it in the comments, because I know I could just search for one, but
we want to hear your recommendations.
One of your recommendations, because I really enjoy Steve Buscemi. I've never been disappointed with him in a movie. If I see him, I'm just like, oh, Steve Buscemi, even if it's just like a little cameo. Does a great job. Like you said, William H. Macy was like perfect in the role that he was trying to, portray. Like I said, the Russian guy always brings it. How he brings it, no matter what movie he's in. The father-in-law apparently is an old famous actor.
Yeah, and he been in all kind of stuff.
I ain't recognize it.
I think till he died, he was in all kind of stuff.
But before this movie, he hadn't worked in 20 years. Like he back in the day.
Well, I only know him from up in the day.
Like he's been in westerns and stuff. 2000s. But yeah, I think it said like 20 years before this role. I don't know if he was retired or he just wasn't getting.
He took time out to raise his family.
Did that.
Be a grandpa.
I didn't expect it to be what it was, because like I said, I didn't know about the comedy aspect.
I didn't know about the
of
murder.
it. I knew about the murder. I didn't think it was gonna be like serious, but still like a detective. I thought it was gonna be more of like a detective thing
Like
or
a
whatever, right?
Poirot.
No,
Say
not
his name.
Hercule
Poirot.
Poirot. Terrible French accent. I guess it's hard to explain what I expected it to be, but it wasn't this. But I'm not disappointed in what it was. But hearing everybody call it like a perfect movie, and I hear this is like quotable, like it's a super quotable movie, and I'm like,
I'm cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I'm just like I don't got no quotes from where I
Whatever.
do, but there's just the one. And I mean I love the shots of like the wide shots of like the road, and you got just white, just to show just how much snow is up there. Like I love those shots, but other than that, nothing cinematography wise really stood out to me as being like innovative or like cool to look at and whatnot, yada yada yada. So I don't think it needs to be on the list, but I'm still glad I watched it. Like I I liked it. So I've been battling with whether or not I was giving it a 3.5 or 4. It was more than okay. But when I say I really like something, like man, I'll watch that again, like next week or something like that. Or if somebody was supposed to see it with us and they didn't, like come over, we'll watch it.
I would do that.
I mean,
For
like
this.
soon.
I would do
Yeah,
that for this.
I wouldn't. So I'm between a 3.5 and a 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4. Cowboy Ninjas out of 5, but it don't need to be on the list. Man, I know that another Coen Brothers movie is on the list, Raising Arizona, which I know she's seen. She talks about it. I haven't seen it.
I talk about Raising Arizona.
Don't you talk about Raising Arizona?
I saw a piece of Raising Arizona one time on like TNT.
I'm
I've never
fairly
seen that whole
certain
movie.
you've.
I said I've wanted to see Raising Arizona.
Oh, okay. That's on the list, but
Did the Coen Brothers do No Country for Old Men?
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Now that needs to be on the list.
Oh, I thought it was.
It ain't. I was gonna say No Country for Old Men needs to be on the list, and that's one of the many problems I have with this list.
Why don't we make our own list?
Because it's biased. Either way, like even if we make a list, it's kind of like when people
If
talk about
we
like top 5 hip hop
put out a
MCs.
survey.
It's biased.
If you put out a survey and do it like Family Feud, 100 people say we surveyed 100 people to see how many movies should be on this list. Here's the top 5 answers.
Show me No Country for Old Men, and it would break my heart. Cause that's a fantastic movie. Love it.
Show me Sharknado.
Ding for your boy. I'm fully aware Sharknado is a terrible movie, but it's my guilty pleasure. I love the whole series. I've watched every single last one of them.
You're not by yourself. Well, in this room, you're
Yeah,
by yourself.
in this room
But
by
in the
myself.
world, you're not by yourself.
I'm not a snob. Like I like the best of the best and the worst of the worst.
He really does.
But I'm not gonna tell nobody like you need to watch Sharknado. I personally,
I've heard you tell somebody they need to watch Sharknado before.
but I'm not like if
You
you
need
die
to watch
without seeing
stuff.
it, you're gonna regret it. Because that's what this list is. This list is like, if you love movies, you need to see this movie. And I was like, you don't need to see Fargo, in my opinion. If you've seen Fargo, what are your thoughts on Fargo? How mad are you at me for, saying that actually, you said it too. How mad are you at both of us for saying that they don't need to be on the list, though it's still a good movie?
Yeah, we liked it.
Yeah, we liked it.
But that don't mean you will like it,
It just
or that
don't-
you need to see it.
Right. House Party. Great movie. Love it. Full
Put
of
it on the
quotes.
list.
Super hilarious. Not for everybody.
Put it on the list, actually.
Especially if you're not from a certain demographic, you ain't gonna get half the jokes. But yeah, so the lists are biased. So, but we're doing it anyway because we like watching movies, and it gives us some type of like guide, not guide, but like wrangle
Yeah.
us in. But yeah, so that was our review of Fargo. And if you have a suggestion on what we should watch next, feel free to put it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all the things.
Tell a friend that Team Tatum is back. Yeah.
And this has been another episode of Team Tatum. End of story.